African Americans already partake of a hybrid culture. You know, we are part of a hybrid culture, and we can't deny that. So in some ways, you know, the more obvious biracial identity that I have to affirm, African Americans also have to affirm. And white Americans have to affirm because they partake in a hybrid culture. I mean, you know, the truth of the matter is that American culture at this point, what is truly American, is black culture to a large degree. Flip on the television set. Look at Pulp Fiction. You know, I mean, you can choose whatever examples you want. It's had a profound influence on this entire nation, and it has to be affirmed. In terms of my civil rights practice, it's hard. It's hard right now because Reagan and Bush appointed judges that are not sympathetic to civil rights laws. And one of the things that I always try to emphasize is, you know, there is so much debate about affirmative action and very little talk about enforcement of anti-discrimination laws. You know, it is incredibly hard to bring a discrimination suit these days in the courts. Incredibly hard. First of all, you've got corporations who are willing to spend $500,000, $750,000, $1 million worth of legal fees to defend one case. You've got a black plaintiff or a woman plaintiff on the other side who, if she can find a lawyer who's willing to take the case on contingency, is still looking at $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 worth of just costs. These aren't legal fees, just costs. They get worn down, and then you have a court that has cramped readings of existing laws. And so, you know, I just finished a case where a black man who was the only black employee in a sales force of 150. The first week on the job, his manager, who is now the CEO of a company, which is a Fortune 500 company, pointed to him while standing next to a customer and said, "See, I don't have to worry about the EEOC. I've got my nigger in the window." He said, you know, and this is not uncommon. And so, you know, the conservatives have been very effective in using the moniker politically correct to sort of beat back the progress we've made in terms of decency and civility. But I think that well-meaning citizens would be well served to take a look at anti-discrimination laws and how they're being enforced, because at least theoretically, most conservatives still say that they believe in anti-discrimination laws. They just don't believe in affirmative action. In practice, however, it's very hard to apply those laws in a just and equitable way. So, okay, thank you very much.